Hello everyone, my name is JD from Studio 2105. Welcome back to MixStream Online, and you are watching Weekly Update Wednesdays, episode 26. Welcome to all the new viewers, and a big shout out and thank you to all the patrons who help support the channel financially. If you're new here, do head on down and click on the subscribe button down there, right? And also click on the notification bell so that you'll be updated every time there's a new video upload on this channel. Do check out the rest of the videos on my channel as well. I have not only the weekly update Wednesday videos, weekly mix streams, tutorials, so I have the song breakdown episodes as well. So do check it out, okay? To sign up for the email list, head on to the link which is down below, right? bit.ly/mixstreamonline. So that we get a lot of free stuff, okay? For example, you get my personal drum sample library and also my Reverb IR library. Do consider, right, if you want to support the channel financially, you can do so by signing up to become a patron. Go down to the crowdfunding website right down below, www.patreon.com/studio2105. And if you sign up, you get lots of perks and benefits, okay? For example, okay, if you are direct access or a VIP access tier patron, you get one-on-one mentoring and tutorial sessions with me. There's also exclusive content, behind the scenes stuff, and also discount codes. If you are a VIP patron, you get discount codes which you can use towards any of the studio services right here at Studio 2105. Okay, quick updates on what's been happening last week. Last weekend was week 5 of the Direct Access 1.0 music production workshop. We've already gone through all the recording stages, and week 5 was where we got into mixing. Now, videos of the workshops will be made available really soon. Again, the easiest way to be updated is to sign up for the email list, or you can also follow the official Direct Access Instagram page. Okay, link is going to be down in the description below. Alright, and there's some new music which I'd love to share with you. Figura Dimerda, which is the brand new single from Nero, right, featuring the rapper ApexCZ, is out right now. You can check out the lyric video, okay? I'm going to leave the link down in the description, so do check it out, okay? Figura Dimerda was also featured on an episode of MixStream, so if you want to sort of find out more about how the song was made, how the song was mixed, right, you can just click on this link up here that's going to be floating up there to head straight down to that episode of MixStream. Okay, the guys from Honest Mistake, they never rest their laurels. So Darren and gang, right, have come up with a remix for their latest single, right, which was I Don't Give a Damn. So this time they've worked with DJ Yang, and they did a remix version of the song as well. Now, I had the pleasure of working on the audio mix for this song, so do check it out. Link is going to be down below. It's going to be floating up there as well. As usual, also this song was also featured on a previous episode of MixStream. So if you want to hear the single, right, how I mix the single, once again, head on down, okay? Click on this link, right? It will take you to that episode of MixStream. Last weekend saw the finals of the inaugural Anugerah Lagu Indie 2020. Right, this was the first time ever, right, this event was put together, and this really showcased and celebrated like the best of local independent music. Right, there were 13 acts, right, that battled out, right? They performed one song each. I was also really honored to be invited as one of the judges on the panel. So it included, right, fantastic people, right, like Dato M. Nasir, Jennifer Thompson, Art Samad, Ham of 7 Quality Shirt, Rudy of Nastia, and also Amir Jahari as well. It was a great experience, right? A big shout out and a big thank you to Hashtag Media, Kamar Seni, right, AG and gang, and also Angkasa Space, right, for inviting us. Now, Studio 2105, we are also very proud to have come on board and support this as a prize sponsor. The top 3 winners each get a free mix and master service. You can rewatch the entire show right, at the Kamar Sony Studio YouTube page. Okay, I'm going to leave the link down below. So, right, if you missed it, if you didn't get to watch it, right, I highly recommend that you check out that video. So really get a glimpse of what local independent music is all about. But there's so much music beyond what's out there in the top 10 chart. So much great music that's coming right from within our shores itself. So do check it out. Highly recommend it. Okay, now, so without further ado, let's head on down to this week's featured question. I'm getting my very first microphone. Which is better, a USB mic or an XLR mic? Alright, fantastic question, right? USB mics, right, have definitely been incredibly popular recently. Now, for example, I myself, right, whenever I do, let's say, my video conference calls, or I do my those Ask Me Anything sessions where we do like a live Q&A, right, I use a USB mic, right? For example, the one that I use here is the Bayer Dynamic Fox. So, what's a USB mic actually? Well, it's really no different from any other microphone. It's no different from a normal microphone, except that a USB mic is basically a microphone and an audio interface built into one. So with a USB mic, it's really simple. All you need to do, right, you just plug and play and you're all set to record. Now, there are some thoughts and concerns that say that, USB mics don't have as good a quality as an XLR mic, and that is true to a certain extent. But here's a few things to point out. Now, usually the USB mic, right, they very often use the exact same capsule as that on their XLR counterparts. So for example, right, let's think of, let's say, a very popular one such as the 80-20-20, for example. Okay, so the capsule on the XLR version, the regular XLR version, and the USB mic version is actually exactly the same, right? The electronics, right, the components are exactly the same. The only difference is that, right, it has the interface and the AD converter built into the USB mic. Now, of course, because these microphones are often built to a budget, they're also built to, within the physical constraints, right, of having to fit inside that same microphone housing, okay, the casing. I would say generally, okay, and this is kind of my opinion and a personal experience as well, having used both USB mics, okay, and comparing them with XLR microphones, the AD conversion is usually a little bit, right, the quality of the analog to digital conversion is usually a little bit slightly inferior to let's say a regular microphone. Okay, now, is the difference huge? No, it's not going to make a huge difference, right? It's not going to mean that, right, the USB mic quality is going to sound really bad or something like that compared to an XLR microphone. No. Now, the average listener, the average consumer is never going to hear the difference between the two, right? Well, it's only, a little bit more experienced audio professionals that will tend to kind of nitpick between these two, okay? Well, but anyway, to answer your question, right, if you're gonna get your very first microphone, okay, I actually sort of answered this question in one of the previous episodes of our Weekly Update Wednesdays, where I answered a question from one of the viewers out there, right, about purchasing a microphone. So you can head on down. First of all, maybe I'll recommend that you go and check that video out, okay, and sort of look through the answer to that question as well. But let's head on down now. Let's talk about USB mics versus XLR mics, okay, in particular. Now, both USB mics and XLR mics have their advantages and disadvantages, their pros and cons. So let's go through a couple of points, okay? So, USB mics, what are the pros? Number one, they're plug and play. Very easy to install and use, right? Very often, you don't even need any sort of software installation or any kind of driver, okay? They're usually class compliant. You just plug it in, right, and the device will install itself automatically. Number two, they're usually fairly inexpensive. USB mics usually cost around, like, let's say $100 to $200 US. Okay, that translates here to a couple of hundred ringgit, right, or more. Usually never more than 1,000 ringgit lah. Number three, they are highly portable. Okay, so highly portable in the sense, right, that they are usually already come built in with, let's say, some kind of a desktop mount or some kind of tripod, and secondly, you also do not require any additional hardware, right? You don't need like another audio interface, right? Because again, it's already an audio, it already functions as an audio interface. You don't need another external preamp, you don't need all this additional hardware to go along with it, okay? The phantom power, right? If it's a condenser microphone, phantom power is already going to be supplied via the USB. So again, that minimizes the need for other external equipment as well. So number 4, the other pros, right, would be that it's great if all you need is to record the voice, right? Be it singing, doing a voiceover, doing a podcast, right? Anything you just need to use, right, for basic vocal recording. The USB microphone is really great at doing that. Now, it's also good for using acoustic instruments, soft ones, I would say. For example, let's say maybe an acoustic guitar or ukulele or any other acoustic instrument, okay, that doesn't generate a lot of SPL. Now, I don't really recommend it for using let's say electric guitars or a loud sound source like drums or something like that, right? Because there's a very high likelihood that it will overload the internal circuitry. And now, what are the cons? Now, a USB microphone, of course, will definitely need a computer or a laptop, okay? So you need to have a computer or you need to drag a laptop with you. Which, come to think of it, right, it's not really a big hassle at all nowadays, okay? Laptops are really easy to bring around. The second con though is that second disadvantage would be that USB mics kind of give you, right, a pretty limited upgrade path. Say for example, if you are getting into recording and you want to upgrade, you want to expand your recording system, recording setup, usually that involves, right, having to purchase a whole new microphone, okay? You can't, say for example, get a new preamp or a new audio interface or better converters or something like that. What you get, right, with the USB mic is all you have, right? And if you want to upgrade, you want to move something, it means that you have to just throw the whole or sell your existing mic and then purchase a whole new one altogether. Okay, number 3, like difficulty with troubleshooting. Now, usually USB mics, they're not really serviceable. If something goes wrong, right, if something goes wrong with especially the AD converter, the interface side of things, usually this is not going to be it's not going to be worth repairing. It's usually a matter of having to replace, right, and just go and get a new one. Okay, now number 4, another disadvantage, right? Again, if you want to expand, if you want to, let's say, record more than one source at the same time, usually, to my knowledge, okay, USB microphones do not support, right, multiple devices, okay? Now, I could be wrong out there, so if any one of you out there who have experience, right, of using multiple USB mics to record and have success in doing so, please do let me know in the comments below, okay? Okay, now number 5, right, is something which I've already touched on earlier. Okay, AD conversion, right, in the USB mic is generally going to be inferior to that of, let's say, a microphone that's being plugged into a dedicated audio interface, right, with a separate, let's say, AD converter. Alright, what about XLR microphones? Okay, so here's a list of advantages and disadvantages to XLR microphones. So number 1, now the advantage of an XLR mic is that you have a very wide range of models and types and configurations to choose from. For example, not only do you have your condensers, your dynamics, but you have options for such as, for example, ribbon microphones, boundary microphones, stereo microphones, lavaliers, right, shotgun mics, and also whatnot. Okay, so the wide range of microphones that can suit, right, certain different applications, right, of recording whatever you are whatever it may be for your use. Okay, now XLR microphones, right, they are usually much easier to troubleshoot. Okay, so for example, if you're not getting sound, okay, it's very easy to sort of pinpoint where the source of the problem is. Okay, just follow the signal flow path. Check, is it a microphone, is it the cable, is it the interface, right? With a USB mic, it's hard to tell, okay, all right? So that's one of the advantages of an XLR mic. Oh, also XLR mics, okay, they're usually pretty much easily serviceable, right? You can bring them to any microphone technician, right, or anyone who's good with electronics, who's got knowledge of electronics, should be able to service and repair a microphone. Number 3, right, a flexible upgrade path. So with a normal XLR mic, you can grow your mic collection to suit your recording needs. So for example, if you need to go into stereo recording, right, you can always buy, right, an additional microphone of the same model, then you can do stereo recording already. Or let's say if you are want to get into recording drums, right, then you can get, right, drum mic packs, okay, that are catered towards that kind of use. Again, I have a video covering that as well. You can check it out here. If you want to do field recording, Foley, sound design and all that, okay, right, there are also microphones which work really good for that as well. So number 4, now you can have as many mics as you have available input channels, okay? So this is not going to be dependent, right, on the USB bus and the USB inputs. As many channels of inputs you have for your interface or your mixer, that's how many microphones you can use, okay? Now number 5, obviously, right, this is not, right, an XLR mic is not dependent on the computer, right? This means that you can use it on, let's say, a portable recorder, maybe a portable workstation. You can use it on a camera, okay, or a smartphone. Usually, right, these would have their dedicated connectors and plugs as well, of course, right? Now, what about the cons then? What are the disadvantages? Now, generally, if you go down the path of using XLR mics, you end up going to be spending a little bit more. It's going to cost more. And the reason for that is because, right, going to number 2, right, it requires additional hardware. So for example, right, it will, an XLR mic is going to need a microphone preamp, right, one that can also supply, hopefully, phantom power if it's a condenser, right? So these can also be on an audio interface or a mixer. But again, this means that you need an additional piece of equipment there. Now, number 3, XLR mics, okay, the one disadvantage is that it will require some basic knowledge of signal flow, right, i.e. how to connect from a mic to the preamp, right, how to turn on phantom power, how to connect to an interface, right, an AD converter, and etc. So if for like total beginners, if someone who's got no background in audio engineering or signal flow and signal path and that sort of things, it can be a little bit daunting. Now number 4, okay, I would say also that XLR mics are less portable. Okay, now this one I would reckon probably be referring to, let's say, the typical, right, vocal condenser microphone, right? Because, well, they're gonna need a microphone stand. You're gonna need, all this additional hardware and accessories such as a shock mount. Obviously, you're gonna need microphone cables, maybe even a phantom power supply or whatsoever. Right? Besides earlier, as I mentioned, right, maybe you need an audio interface and mixer and all that. Okay, so it is definitely right. If you are gonna be using a mic like that, there's a lot more things you need to be carrying around. So in conclusion, right, it actually all boils down to where and how you intend to use it. Now, if you want something affordable, that's portable, easy to use, easy to install, you're just going to be recording, right? Very simple, basic recordings, maybe social media content, voiceovers, podcasts, right? You're just doing singing some covers or doing some demos at home, right? Playing an instrument. USB microphone, I would say, is a perfect choice, okay? It's easy, it's portable, right? And quality-wise, it's not going to be a huge difference. Now, but if you are gonna go with something a little bit more versatile, I would say a little bit more rugged, and you are gonna use it in a more professional setting, then right, a regular microphone that uses the XLR output, right, is definitely the way to go. Hope that answers your question. Alright, that brings us to the end of this week's video. As usual, thank you ever so much for watching. If you have any questions or if you have any feedback, right, please do leave them down in the comments below. I really love to hear from you. You can also hit me up on my social media. Okay, I am also on Twitter, on Instagram, and also on Facebook, or you can always email me the old-fashioned way. Okay, now do check out the rest of the reviews I have on this channel, right? For example, right, the episodes of MixStream, okay, some of the tutorials and also previous episodes on weekly update Wednesdays. Alright, if you found this video useful and informative, do leave a like, do share this, okay? It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Remember, you head down, click on subscribe and click on the notification bell. Do consider signing up to become a patron at www.patreon.com/studio2105 as well. Alright, and as usual, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, wash your hands, take care of your personal hygiene, practice your social distancing. I'll see you soon in another video to come. In the meantime, happy recording and mixing. Goodbye.